Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back again to our course Intermediate English Grammar. I hope that you and your family are in good health and ready for our lesson. So, this meeting we are going to discuss about nouns part 1. Please listen carefully to the explanation and then read the PDF material and do the forum discussion and then finish the exercise. I will give you time until this Thursday at 10 a.m. in the morning. So please finish all the requirements for the attendance list, and then I will cut the date off, and you cannot do the exercise again. Start with Thursday 10 a.m. So let's start our material for this week. Let's check it out. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Now we are going to talk about nouns, part 1. Okay, so the definition of nouns, they make up the largest class of words in most languages, including English. Noun is a word that refers to a thing, for example, a book, a person, an animal, a place, a quality, an idea, or an action. And it's usually a single word, but not always. For example, like cake, shoes, school bus, and time and half are all nouns. There are a number of different categories of nouns. Okay, so let's enter the plural nouns. Most nouns can change from singular to plural with a simple addition of an s or es at the end of the noun. However, some nouns choose to be difficult and can have a wide range of different endings when changed to their plural form. These are called irregular nouns. Read on, or you can also read on the PDF to learn more about the irregular plural nouns and to familiarize yourself with some of these common rule breakers. Okay, so a regular noun can be made plural by simply adding s, right? Or es to the end of the word. For example, a regular noun like pickle becomes plural by adding s to the end of the word, creating the word plural noun pickles. It would make life as writer so much easier if all nouns followed this simple rule. But some nouns like to be rebels, especially irregular nouns. So, irregular plural noun is a noun that becomes plural in a way other than adding s or es. So, they're not adding s or es. For example, an irregular noun like mouse changes into the plural noun mice. Okay? So, tip 1, if the noun ends up in us or us, change into ending I to make irregular plural noun. For example, biologists might compare to nuclei of several different cells rather than single nucleus. So nucleus is one and nuclei is the plural form of nucleus. The other example, when you graduate from high school, you're considered as alumnus, but everyone in your graduating class as a group would be referred to as alumni. So alumni is plural and alumnus is singular. So tip 2, if the noun ends in F or FE, change the ending to vas to make an irregular plural noun. For example, a single leaf may fall from the tree in your front yard, but there are still several leaves attached to the tree's branches. So leaf is single and leaves is plural. Okay, next. A chef may have several knives in his kitchen, but he has one particular knife that he prefers to use most often. So knife is singular and knives is plural. Next, unfortunately, there are some exceptions to this rule. For example, the plural of sheaf becomes sheaves, not sheaves. Okay, remember this exception so that they do not trip you up in your writing. So this is exception for sheaves, not chiefs. Okay. You can see here and also in your PDF that there are several changes for irregular plurals. For example, vowel change is man to man, and woman to women, and foot, feet to teeth, goose, geese, mouse, mice. So the vowel is changing. A to E, A to E, double O to double E, and then this one also OU become I. And the ending of N, for example, child is not childs, but child to children, and ox to oxen. Okay, next, semi-singular. So the singular and the plural is the same form. Deer, fish, salmon, sheep, and trout. And then the changing of IS to the ES. For example, analysis, and then axis, and then crisis, and then diagnosis, and then hypothesis, and parenthesis, and synthesis, and thesis. So, and the ends in A, bacterium, bacteria, datum, data, criterion, criteria. And then the changing of US to I for like alumnus to alumni, cactus, cacti, fungus, fungi, and then syllabus, syllabi. And in here, you can read it also in your PDF material for the examples and the explanations. So, and this is regular and irregular, but another examples of plural nouns. Song to songs, box to boxes. So there's adding of es for the nouns that end in sh, ch, s, and z and x. And then baby to babies. So the plural that end in consonant y is spelled ies. And then we have already seen this example up above. And then echo, echoes, hero, heroes, potato, potatoes. Some nouns that end in o at es to form the plural. And then auto to autos, and photo to photos. Some of the nouns that end in o add only s to the form. And also some nouns that end in o add either es or s to form the plural, with es being the more usual form. Okay, so for example, zero to zeros, volcano to volcanoes. Okay, but this can be also more usual with es. And this is the other, for example, like the nouns that end in f or fe changes to ves. So for example, leaves and leaves. And also some nouns that end in f simply add s. So for example, like leaves, chiefs, cliffs, and roofs. And then some nouns have the same singular and plural form. For example, one deer and two deer is the same, as I have show you also the up before. And then some nouns that English has borrowed from other languages have foreign plurals. So these most of these are from another foreign language. So let's see the possessive noun. A possessive noun is a noun that possesses something. For example, it has something. In most cases, the possessive noun is formed by adding an apostrophe s to the noun. Or if the noun is plural and already ends in s, only an apostrophe needs to be added. In the following sentence, boys is a possessive noun modifying pencil. So the boy's pencil snapped in half. It's clear that the pencil belongs to the boy. The apostrophe s signifies ownership. Simply put, a possessive noun is a noun indicating ownership or possession by ending apostrophe s or just an apostrophe. So let's see. The definition: a noun that ends in s apostrophe or just apostrophe and shows possession. For example, the seagulls fish. So this is the seagulls fish. The boat's oar. Maksudnya ini adalah dayungnya kapal. And Chris surprise. Oke, S dan apostrof ini kalau dia berakhir di S, tapi kita mau menggunakan punyanya Chris misalnya. Jadi kita tidak menambahkan Kri terus apostrof S, tapi Chris lalu apostrof. Gitu ya tadi. That's what it means. And then using apostrophe to form possessive nouns, you will notice that all of the example above and apostrophe S. However, not all possessive nouns end in this way. Here are some basic rules for creating a possessive noun with an apostrophe. So, for example, a singular noun dog, dog's dinner, and dog's dinners. Add apostrophe S for singular possessor, in this case dog. It's irrelevant how many things are owned, so it's irrelevant if the dog has 1 dinner or 100 dinners. Only the number of possessors is important. So it doesn't matter how many of these. What matters is the apostrophe S, because the dog is singular. But what if the dogs plural? So add apostrophe for plural possessor. So the dogs and then apostrophe. This is also the same with name that end in S. So for example, singular noun end in S. So Chris had or Chris's had. So adding apostrophe S for singular possessor that end in S, you have a choice. So you can choose this or this, but this is more likely to be common. Okay, so plural noun not ending S, people, so people's right. Okay, so that's the type of possessive noun with apostrophe. So next we are going to discuss about noun as modifiers in noun phrase. A noun can modify another noun that follows it. As modifier, the first noun gives specific information about the following noun. In nearly all cases, the noun that acts as the modifier is in singular form. For example, they do not have vegetable soup, but they do have chicken soup and tomato soup. In this sentence, the nouns vegetable, chicken, and tomato are modifiers. They modify soup. Jadi di sini fungsinya dari noun ini adalah modifier karena dia menjelaskan tentang jenis soup itu apa. Okay? Without the modifiers, we would not know what soup they have or do not have. And all we would know is they have soup. Okay, so I hope you understand that. Noun as modifiers. So using nouns as modifiers, besides the vegetable and soup, and there's also building has office. The office, it is an office building. Office modifies building. Okay? Di sini maksudnya menjelaskan bentuknya atau jenisnya. Jadi bangunan itu adalah bangunan kantor. Bisa jadi kan misalnya ada bangunan yang bukan kantor seperti misalnya mall atau mungkin sekolah ya dan seterusnya. And then the test lasted 2 hours. It was a 2-hour test. So and then her son is 5 years old. She has a 5-year-old son. When a noun is used as a modifier, it is combined with a number expression, and noun is singular, and a hyphen is used. She has a 5-year-old son. So the correct one, so this one is incorrect. You have to use hyphen, 5-year-old son. So there's another case. Adjectives never take a final S. Incorrect. Beautiful pictures. Okay. Similarly, nouns used as adjectives never take final S. Incorrect. Vegetable soup. Jadi kalau dia di sini kan nounnya sebagai modifiers ya. Jadi modifiers di sini jadi sebenarnya noun yang saya jelaskan ini adalah fungsinya adalah sebagai adjective. Jadi nouns yang berfungsi sebagai modifiers atau penjelas, di mana penjelas itu adalah adjective. Nah, ketika dia berfungsi sebagai modifiers, dia tidak bisa ditambahkan S karena dia fungsinya adjective. Oke, dia bukan lagi fungsinya sebagai noun. Oke, next count and non-count atau countable and uncountable nouns. So countable nouns refer to items that can be counted even if the number might be extraordinarily high, like
like counting all the people in the world, for example. Countable nouns can be used with many articles such as a or an, and the or quantifiers such as a few and many. And then uncountable nouns, there are nouns that come in a state or quantity that is impossible to count. Liquids are uncountable, as are things that act like liquids, sand, air. Abstract ideas like creativity or courage are also uncountable. Uncountable nouns are always considered to be singular and can stand alone or be used with some, any, little, and much. Jadi perbedaan antara countable dengan uncountable itu, kalau countable itu bisa terhitung, bukan berarti uncountable tidak bisa terhitung ya. Jadi maksudnya dia bisa menggunakan langsung dengan angka. Contohnya misalnya one people atau two chairs atau 1 million people ya. Contohnya walaupun dia sangat banyak bukan berarti dia dan tidak bisa dihitung, bukan berarti dia countable. Jadi countable itu yang langsung bisa menggunakan angka di depannya. Tapi kalau uncountable itu tidak bisa seperti itu. Maksudnya bukan berarti pasir atau udara atau misalnya air itu tidak bisa dihitung, tapi menggunakan satuan. Contohnya misalnya 1 liter of water. Ya, jadi dia harus bisa menggunakan satuan atau noun yang abstrak, idea seperti contohnya di sini creativity or courage itu termasuk uncountable dan dia dianggap walaupun misalnya dia plural, dia dianggap singular atau diperlakukan seperti singular. Kita lihat contohnya. Count and non-count nouns. Jadi ini banyak sebutannya ya, bisa countable dengan uncountable, bisa count dengan non-count. Nah, contohnya I bought a chair. Sam bought 3 chairs. Chairs is a count noun atau countable. Chairs are items that can be counted. We bought some furniture. Nah, kalau furniture ini dia itu termasuk uncountable. Oke, jadi di dalam grammar furniture ini tidak bisa dihitung dengan satuan. Kita tidak bisa menyebut bahwa we bought some furnitures. Jadi some furniture-nya di sini tetap singular walaupun dia jamak. Oke. Nah, let's see. A count noun itu 1 chair. Kalau pluralnya itu chair, 2 chairs, some chairs, a lot of chairs, many chairs. It means that may be preceded by a or n, and then text final s. Jadi ditambahkan s pada di belakangnya, toh. And then uncountable itu some furniture, a lot of furniture, dan much furniture. Jadi kita membicarakan di sini mengenai penambahan di sini some, a lot of, and much. Jadi dia di sini tidak bisa ditambahkan e dan tidak menggunakan s. Okay? Next, non-countable nouns don't have a plural form, don't change from the root words. They usually fall into one of the following categories. So, kategorinya ini, contohnya misalnya dia konsep, itu bravery, honesty, intelligence. Kalau activity seperti misalnya homework, itu tidak bisa dihitung. Maksudnya kita tidak bisa bilang 2 homeworks, kita bilang aja I have 2 homework. And playing, reading, and food. For example, bread, butter, milk. Nah, ini tentunya bisa dihitung dengan satuan ya. Jadi contohnya misalnya seperti 1 kilogram of butter or a lot of bread, seperti itu. Gas, seperti misalnya air, udara, helium, and smoke. Liquid, petrol, water, wine. Material, chalk. Cloth, concrete. Item, clothing, furniture, luggage. Natural phenomenon, gravity, humidity, sunshine, and then particles, dust, flour, and salt. Oke, coba kita lihat di sini ada lagi contoh untuk double nouns. So, some nouns can be both count and non-count. Bisa keduanya. Dia bisa countable dengan uncountable. When they change from a count to non-count, the meaning changes slightly. In the non-count form, the noun refers to the whole idea or quantity. In the count form, the noun refers to a specific example or type. When the noun is countable, it can be used with the indefinite article a or an, or it can be made plural. Check the published literature in your field of study to determine whether specific nouns are used in countable or uncountable way. Oke, coba kita lihat di sini ya. Nah, di sini contohnya bahwa dia bisa berfungsi sebagai non-count dan juga berfungsi sebagai count. Contohnya life is a gift, di sini non-count. Selanjutnya di sini contoh yang countable-nya, she leads a very fulfilling life. Jadi this is specifies the type of life. It could be a boring life, a dangerous life, and so on. Jadi di sini bisa bermakna non-count dan count. Selanjutnya adalah cheese. I like cheese, non-count. Dan contoh kedua, the cheeses of French are my favorite. Nah, jadi memang contohnya itu ketika kita menjelaskan jenis, jadi contohnya ini kan dia non-count ya. Non-count atau uncountable, berarti di sini dia hanya bisa satu. Tapi ketika kita menjelaskan jenisnya seperti money. Money itu kan dia uncountable ya. Tapi kita bisa menyebut dia manis ya, uang atau jenis-jenis uang. Jadi contohnya misalnya dia punya currency, misalnya rupiah, dolar. I have many monies, kita bisa sebut begitu. Atau kita bisa bilang I have much money ketika kita punya banyak uang. Tapi kalau kita sebut I have many monies, di situ maksudnya adalah saya punya banyak jenis-jenis uang. Seperti misalnya saya punya, anggaplah rupiah, saya punya dolar, saya punya ringgit, dan seterusnya. Oke? Language. The study of language is called linguistic. Ini non-count. Dan selanjutnya, English is often considered an international language. Jadi di sini dia dalam bentuk countable-nya. Okay, next, the quantity words. Quantity words are used to add information about the number or amount of the noun. Some quantity words can only be used with countable or singular nouns. For example, computer, pen, and crayon. Some can only be used with countable plural nouns, for example, printers, flash drivers, and keyboards. Some can only be used with uncountable, for example, paper, ink, and some can be used with both plural countable nouns and with uncountable nouns. Nah, di sini contohnya, kalau dia several, bisa jadi several printers. Kalau untuk countable-nya ya, jadi a large. Di sini kalian bisa lihat juga ada di PDF, silahkan dibaca. Ini untuk uncountable-nya, untuk a great deal of. Jadi kita menggunakan kata-kata atau quantity word yang seperti ini ya. Not atau too much, a little, very little, less. Some untuk countable yang plural, some, any, a lot of. Jadi perhatikan di atasnya di sini, sama yang di PDF ini ya. Ini saya memasukkan yang di PDF, silahkan dibaca yang di PDF-nya. Oke, selanjutnya di sini ada perbedaan. Know the difference between few dengan little. Ini yang hampir tidak ada. Dan a few dengan a little. Ada tapi tidak banyak. Few little tend to have negative connotation. And a few and a little tend to be more positive. Jadi kalau dia menggunakan few dengan little, itu konotasinya sedikit. Dalam arti dalam artian dia negatif gitu ya. Tapi kalau menggunakan few atau a little, itu biasanya positif. Contohnya seperti begini. There are few solutions. Tidak banyak solusi. Berarti dia dalam keadaan sedang membutuhkan solusi, tapi tidak banyak solusi. Kalau misalnya there are a few solutions, ini adalah there are some solutions. Berarti ada solusi. Walaupun tidak dikatakan banyak. Next, he received little education. Nah, di sini berarti dia tidak punya banyak latar belakang pendidikan gitu ya. Nah, dengan he received a little education di sini dia mungkin sedang mendapatkan pelatihan atau pelajaran seperti itu ya. Contohnya untuk yang ini. Okay, thank you.
So that's the explanation. Don't forget to finish all the exercise, the forum discussion, and also read the PDF material before Thursday 10 a.m. in the morning. Good luck. I will see you again next time. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.